And then we just kept on walking and walking and walking, talking to the villagers. All right, I'm back. Meeting's over. So today was a day where I was just like, I feel like I should just be an overnight trader now. I had some really good reads the past 2 or 3 or 4 days overnight. So a lot of times for the past for this entire week, the streams, I would show up on stream in the New York session and I'm like, all right guys, I'm out of accounts to trade. Lock myself out. What did you use, micros? And when I scalp, I usually look for about 10 to 20 points. Like even on the 1 minute chart, these go up like 40 points. Like you just kind of wait for it. You wait for an extreme and then you just kind of take the reversal of it. The first extreme was this move down. You could have gone in on any of these red candles. The best red candles to get into, probably your first entry could have been here. The better entry is down here. First entry, second entry, maybe third here, but you didn't have to. And then pop up. And then you wait for these candles on this pop right here to this extreme, right? To 800 level. First entry, right? And when I enter with 2 or 3 micros. Even like on a day like this, even 1 micro is good enough. Well, you don't. But you basically have, like, today is a day where there's going to be big red candles and big green candles, which means as long as you live and the day doesn't go like this, right? You can get in and out 10, 20, 30, 40 points. So the entries that I would look for is I look for big red candles. This is an okay red candle, but you see this is a big red candle here, your first entry, right? You don't even have to enter here on this bottom part. You don't even have to. These candles aren't really good enough. And what's this entry at the bottom of this candle? It's like 621. 621, you take 50 points of drawdown, 2 micros, that's like $200. And then you have this entire time to exit. You could have exited right here for 20 points. If you DCA down here, you could exit even sooner than that. And then you wait for the big body candles. All right, so I usually don't jump in to the first ones. So I wouldn't consider jumping in here. But this big body candle right here to the upside here, for me, this is worth, the top of this area is worth 1 entry, 1 or 2 micros. And I probably wouldn't even have DCA'd here and just take, you could take 20, 30, 40, 50. This is a lot. This isn't 50, this is 100 points right here. 100 points in 4 minutes. This is why today is you get in, you get out really fast. You don't stay. Why? Well, let's say you were short like here or here, right? And you're like, yes, today's gonna be a crash out day. Today's gonna go down hundreds and hundreds of points. All right, you got stopped out. Okay, well maybe today we're gonna go to the moon, right? So then you start buying here. You stopped out, you buy here. Okay, well what happened to your account? This is a minus 100 points. And what happens if you take this with minis? Or you start with 5 micros. And when I DCA in with 1 micro at a time. Okay, well now you just took a second stop loss. Because you're chasing the long trend. Getting stopped out. And now on this one, you're like, okay, this was a fake out. Now we're gonna go lower lows. Then you're short on these strong candles. And now you're stopped out again. This is why today I said it's not, you don't chase, you scalp. That's it. You only scalp. Look at this strong candle right here, right? Maybe first entry, or maybe you wait for another big green candle and you take that entry there for the short. Or you can be like all the other traders that sees a big candle and you're just like, all right, we're gonna go to the moon. This is a strong candle, let's go. And now look what happened. This is 100 points in 1 minute. 100 points. Remember how I said yesterday? I said it on the Discord, or I said it on where did I say it? Did I say it on Discord? Or did I say it on stream? I said something where the candles are gonna be extremely large, right? Oh, here I did say it. 60 to 80 point 1 minute candles. Yeah, I knew exactly when you said you lost $1,300. I knew you sized way too high. Your first entry was 5 or 10. That's 1 mini. I said 60 to 80 point 1 minute candles. And we're even higher than this. Am I surprised? No. Right? This 1 minute candle was 100 points. Is this a news candle? No, this is a regular candle. This candle, this was also a 100 point candle. 1 minute. 1 minute, 100 point candle. You try to chase a short and you take drawdown immediately in 1 minute. You're in a winning trade and it's a losing trade in 1 minute, right? From this candle. 100 point candle, 100 point candle, 100 point candle. This is why I didn't want to trade today. Today is a day where you trade micros, and if there's going to be big candles on both sides, right, you wait for the explosion of big candles, and then you try to trade the reversal. And if you target 20 points, you're done like here. 30 points, you're done here. 40 points, you're done here. You're done in 1 minute of scalping. I don't know, honestly, what now? My balance is, when you have 5... Oh, what's up, Scan? Yeah, when you have low drawdown, like, I don't even... That goes to the bottom of my list. So, like, I have a list of accounts. And I'm going to teach this once I open up a premium. But I have a list of accounts. They can be individual accounts or they can be groups, right? And you decide how you want to order it. From I care about this account the most, right, to I don't care about this account. I think it's easier to organize it like you don't care about this account the most, and then you care about this account a little more, a little more, a little more, right? So these accounts take a better entry. This account, you don't care if it blows up, and if it wins, okay, well, good. You only have one ad. That's the thing about prop firms. And I've been telling people this. When you're a beginner, Scan, I need to think about how I want to set up the premium. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about a premium Discord. I'll only have like 50 seats on it. Okay? The premium Discord will have, like, I need to, the premium Discord will basically be all my trades. Like, I don't care about, like, I will give you all of my trades live. I'll tell you my trades live. I'll tell you my overnight scalps. I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you exactly, and as soon as I enter. So there's that. And then there's also, I'm going to make a quote unquote book, right? Either a PDF, or I can just make a whole huge section on Discord. And it's about all the tips that I have to beat prop firms. So one is a subscription based off of my trades, which it's up to you guys if you want to join that. I'm not the best trader, but you guys have seen some of my stats. I'm pretty decent. Now I think what a lot of people will like is the prop playbook. because it's a playbook about how I beat props. It's not about how to trade. Now, all these other people are trying to teach you how to trade, but no one's teaching you how to beat props. I'm sure there's people in our Discord who are better traders than me, but I make a ton of money because I know how to beat props. Is that a big strategy of managing multiple accounts? Yes. Yep, exactly. The premium for all my live trades, and I think my market bias and all that stuff is probably going to be like, I don't know, like a monthly subscription of 50 to 100 bucks, limited to maybe 50 people at first. The prop playbook will probably be around the range of $300 to $400 with a discount to, like, I don't know, the first week or the first X amount of people. Probably 20 or 30% discount. And I think that's all I want to sell. Like, I don't really want to sell a one-on-one mentorship. That seems like I would have to charge too much for it, and it's like it takes too much of my time. How did I predict the large candles? The large candles is caused by VIX and VVIX. I said it in the Discord literally last night. I was like, guys, if you guys trade on Friday, today, you're gonna wish you didn't trade. So yeah, there's people that made money, right? If you get in and get out, get in, get out, get in, get out, or you trade the reversal, you wait for big red candles, you get in, you DCA down, you get out, right? Wait for these big candles, you get in, DCA in, get out, get out. Why? Oh, now you broke even, right? Oh, okay, big red, big red candle, sounded short. Oh, broke even in the red, right? This is why I said, excuse me, why you're gonna wish you didn't trade today. And I called this out last night. This will be part of the prop playbook. What days do you not want to trade? Today was the perfect example of what you don't want to trade. What does your book includes? My book includes all of my tips for prop firms. All of my tips for prop firms, every tip that I use to beat the market. And maybe I also throw in 1 or 2 models that I use. And maybe I'll also throw in my data, my NQ data that I use, my Excel books. So it'll include that. It'll also probably include Excel templates for your back testing. I mean, if I'm going to charge 300 or 400, like 300 to 500 bucks, I'm gonna try to give you guys as much content as possible. It'll be everything that I use to beat prop firms. The jokes that I was up 300 and said to myself that I would stop now, but emotions got there to trade. Yeah, I don't trade off emotions. One-time payment for the book, and I'll have a premium that's a monthly subscription to where I tell you and I show all my trades, even the overnight ones when I'm not streaming. Those are the ones where I've been doing really well. The book is a one-time payment, and then the trading room is a monthly subscription. I still need to work on it though. Like, I need to actually finish the product for you guys. Like, I didn't consider doing it because I've been too busy with this 100K challenge. It just takes up too much time. I trade almost 24 hours, right? Literally last night I was trading till like 1 a.m. Where was I trading? Yeah, last night I was trading until 1:21 a.m. past midnight. So Schmack, those are all the data for the past 4 years of NQ. So I have the past 4 years of NQ daily candles in the Excel sheet, and I run those calculations. So that one day that was a 1% day, and I said like 4 out of 1250 days was like this. I mean like we had 4 of these days in the last 4 years. Yeah, well, in the Yeah, so you might be asleep, so like that's why the time schedule might be harder for other people. But uh, for the premium room, I'll literally post the second I enter a trade where I'm looking to exit, and maybe my max like stop, where I want to stop. But you guys know me, I usually don't stop. But for my overnight scalps, I'm doing really well. I need to have a spot to stop. I need to. But this is like, it's literally a model that I made, I think this week, the overnight scalping model. It was pretty good last night. It's weird because it's like, it's not like a mechanical model. It's like, it's kind of like discretionary. Like I sort of have a feel for the market. You code it? No. It's like, it's discretionary. Like I'm like, all right, this is a general trend. I just want 10 to 20 points. So I'm gonna long here. Or okay, we slightly pulled back from the trend. I'm gonna take the reversal for 10 to 20 points. It's not something that's possible to code. Which is why I can't really throw it into the prop playbook, because it's like, it's discretionary. So that'll be part of my the other premium Discord, the subscription one, the trading room. How did you know today was tough? Well, we had CPI, right? And we had this huge sell-off. And this is all from me feeling the market. So like, if I ever make the premium Discord chat room or trading room, I'll say all of it, even though I did give it away last night, right? But the thought was, right, we had this huge sell-off. How much is this? 425, 400, like what, 600 points? Yesterday was almost a 2% day. We had this huge sell-off, right? Going into CPI, and we retraced nothing, none of this move, not even 20%, 10% of this move. The overnight was just weak. And it was just weak. So I had a feeling it was just going to be ranging. So I just bought these dips here. I literally bought this dip, I sold here. Like, you guys have all my trades. And then at like, I bought exactly like close to 700. And then we didn't retrace at all. And this is the CPI pop. So we popped, right? And some traders will think, oh, hell yeah, look at this pop. Now we're gonna go all the way up. But look at this pop. And then look at this move. This is CPI. Did CPI do anything? It did nothing at all. And I even said CPI is going to be a big candle. Where was CPI? I said last night CPI is going to be a big candle. And it was, right? It was a 130 point candle. A lot of the candles, the news candles we've gotten recently haven't been this strong. But I literally said last night, whatever CPI is going to be, it's going to be a big candle. Now, I didn't say it was going to continue going up. I just said that the news candle will be big. CPI will be a big candle. And this is the candle. From the start, 700, like 100 plus point candle. Now, if I was, this is a day where if you're green, just stay green. If you're slightly red, you can try to win it back by scalping the extremes, but honestly, like it's not even worth it. just because you don't know when this range will pop. Sure, you could argue, okay, maybe I should have scalped a short here, right? Or DCA up here. If you scalped a short here, 799, right? This was already 20 points. You could have already exited. Now, you don't know when this will pop up or pop down. And with volatility this high, it could pop up like this, or it could reject back down. You don't know. Nobody knows. But what I do know, and I knew this before the market started, was that the candles will be very big. How do you manage risk while DCA? It depends on how you are as a trader. So there's a couple ways to handle risk with DCA. You need to keep in mind where you're gonna blow up. You get oversized. Well, so DCA is a double-edged sword. The good thing about DCA is that if you DCA on the way down, but the thing about DCA is you need to live. Well, how do you live? Well, let's take this for example. You want to get in. This is why I preach about entry efficiency. Now these will all be part of the book with specific examples. Okay, so I'll just give you a little sneak peek. Entry efficiency just means getting in on a good entry. Well, what's the best entry for a long? The best entry for a long is a red candle. Well, what's the best entry for a short? The best entry for a short is a green candle. Okay, it could be 1 minute, it can be 5 minute, it can be hourly, it can be whatever you want. I don't use the hourly, I don't use the 4 hour. But you can see, like, okay, what's the best place to get in? On a red candle. On a red candle. Red candle, red candle, red candle. Right? And you want it to close. Red candle, red candle. This is not red candle. It is, but like, do you want to enter on this close? No. Right? So you need to, position sizing is a bit difficult. You need to think about in a way of, you basically need to be able to handle the drawdown. So one person that does it very well is Matt, right? He DCAs a bunch. Now, when I say DCA is a double-edged sword, it's because it is. You can go back to his streams. You can go back to December when he DCA'd heavy up to 25 minis, right? He took multiple 70K losses, and not everyone can handle that, but he can. So you need to convert his DCA to like micros, basically. You don't DCA heavy. When you see me DCA, I don't DCA with like 3 micros, 4 micros. I'll DCA with 1, and as my position gets heavier, maybe I'll DCA with 2. Who is he? He's the CEO of Rocket Scooter. You want to check it out? Yeah, you can check out his stream. I'm pretty sure he streams. Just look up like Rocket Scooter. He's a really good trader too. And he also has a platform, like this thing. He created this. Matt Coart? Yeah, that's the guy. I actually use his platform as well. I'm also part of his Discord. He made this whole platform here. And he has his own trading framework that you can learn out of all of this. So if you're lost and you don't have a trading framework, I would definitely check it out. This is a very good framework. I don't use it like all the time. What I really like is his resilience indicator. His resilience indicator is something that if I had the money and the capability to make it, I would have done something similar. It basically takes the health of all stocks in the index. So this S&P resilience indicator tells you roughly the health of all S&P stocks. So when it's negative, the stocks are not doing good, which means if it's negative, kind of hard to be in a long, right? Same thing with NQ. It just means that it doesn't mean to go long here or go short or whatever. It just means that the health of the stocks are not good. So if you don't have a framework in mind, right, if you want to trade someone else's framework, I would say go for it. It won't hurt you. You'll definitely learn a lot. I learned a lot from him. Now, it's not, he has really good data on his model, right? But you need to keep in mind that you feel like your framework is slipping. So here's the thing. And I've seen this firsthand. It's not about like the framework and strategy is like 30% of being a trader. And I'll tell you why. There's traders in his Discord that has his platform, because I've seen it, has his platform, and all of it, has his entire framework, right? And Matt is a very profitable trader. He's very good at trading. He's good at what he does, right? But you have people there. I saw one the other day where someone was like, if I don't do well for February, I need to stop trading. I used to do way better trading, blah 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 back then, blah blah blah, right? And I'm just like, how can a trader come in and like, how is one profitable and unprofitable? Doesn't make sense. And that's why I say it's like 30% strategy, 70% all the other stuff. I can almost guarantee you that the guy that was failing, and it was during like December and like a little bit of January, mostly December, where Matt and everyone on the Discord was taking really heavy losses, right? Because December was crazy. I was taking heavy losses too. December was crazy. But I can guarantee you that the guy that was really affected by it, the one that I think he had to quit, I've seen multiple people quit. It's because, first of all, they didn't budget. Like, what do I tell everybody? I tell everybody to make a budget. It doesn't matter. I can hand you a 80% win rate strategy, and almost everybody, like I could just give it out to Reddit, and I guarantee you almost everybody will fuck it up because they don't budget. They don't know how to. Yeah, a good strategy doesn't make you a good trader. Just like a nice car doesn't make you a good driver. Exactly. December was Ollie my best month. I wonder why. That's the thing. Like, so like I sort of had an argument with someone on the Discord, on Matt's Discord, because so basically I had a day where I went from like negative 10k to like plus 4k back down to like I went from minus 6k to plus 4k to minus 10k. And I'm always transparent. So back then, I think this was like a month ago, I always posted my P&L. And one of the older guys there, he was like, why would you let this happen to you? And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, why would I let it happen to me? I took trades that I think would work and it didn't work. Like, what do you mean, why did I let this happen to me? And then he started talking about, oh, you're not following the Rocket Scooter framework, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I make good money myself without following his framework. Yes, I'll take some of his framework and I'll use it, but I'm my own trader, right? So I'll do whatever I want. And there will be days where I lose money, and there'll be days where I win money, right? Some days that I lose money, the rocket scooter community would make money. Some days I make money, the rocket scooter community will lose money. So the same thing happened to you, Scan, right? December was a horrible time for the rocket scooter community, but it was your best month, right? And I gave that guy an example. I was like, okay, well, what happens if you were a range trader today and you only took the previous day highs and lows? It's not a hard day at all, right? You made a shit ton of money. So what's up, David? Yeah, and a lot of people are bad drivers. And that's because a lot of people, what's crazy is because if you do that analogy, Thanos, these drivers, quote unquote, they don't need a license to drive, which is crazy, right? They don't take a driver's ed class, or they don't go out there and practice driving with like their parent, you know. These bad drivers will get into a Ferrari with no license, right? And they want to drive like a NASCAR driver or like a street driver where they want to do a donut, right? They're like, oh man, that's so cool, I want to do a donut, I want to go racing. And oh, and also, by the way, their car is manual and they didn't learn that either. They're like, oh man, I don't know what a clutch is, I don't know what this is, I'm just gonna floor it. Yeah, taking bad risks. Once again, a whole lot of nothing, but this whole lot of nothing is a bunch of noise. Look at this noise. 100 point noise, 100 point noise, 100 point noise, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? This is a scalper's market right now, a scalper's day. A lot of people are not going to think that. A lot of people are going to chase up, chase down, chase up, chase down. They're going to lose their accounts. Now, I know for a fact if I was chasing a trade and I wanted to hold for over 40 points and I got burned, I would be so pissed off by today. So I'm actually very happy that I'm done trading overnight. What's even worse for the mental here is that some traders will see Monday as like a trading holiday and they think, okay, I need to end the day green, I need to end the week green. You're paper trading today? Yeah. No, today was a day where I was like, would have gotten so burnt. Yeah, no, I was telling people that I sent last night, I was like, you're not gonna want to trade tomorrow. I guarantee it. Like, you're not gonna want to trade. Getting in and getting out is fine. But the amount of drawdown you have to hold is insane. Like, could you have gotten out of this position alive? Yes. Would you need to DCA at with pinpoint accuracy? Yes. Right, let's say your entry was here. Right? Your entry was here. You would have had to, like, your entry needs to be 2 micros, 3 micros. If you took 5 micros plus here, you're fucked. Unless you took like the first 40 points. But a lot of people see 40 points of 5 micros, $500, they're like, that's nothing, I need more, I need like 2k. And then this happens. So if you start with 5 micros and this is like, how much is this? 750 to 580, almost 200 points. 200 5 times 400, 2,000. This is almost $2,000 worth of drawdown. Now imagine if you close anywhere in here, you're like, fuck, I need to close, my account's gonna die. And then this happens, oh dude, you're pissed. This is another one of those days, or another one of those reasons where I tell people, don't flip-flop. I don't flip-flop. When you see me hold a trade, I'll hold it if it kills me. And it did kill me yesterday. What are the odds of this happening? This is 2%. Okay, 2%, it kills me. What are the odds of this happening? Way higher. A lot of people die here. I don't die here. Right? Would you want to die here? Lose your account on this little range that happens like what? This could happen every day. This could happen every other day. Or do you want to die on a day that happens 2% of the time? Right? This is a day where you flip-flop. So this is a 2% day where if you did flip-flop, nice. Congratulations. You flip-flopped and you hit a 2% day. Nice. This is a more common day. You flip-flop and look what happened. Your account is dead and we went nowhere. So this is why I don't flip-flop. Right? Flip-flopping is one of the strategies where when you get lucky and you take a little bit of money from it, it's actually worse for you in the long run because it builds this kind of bad habit in the back of your head. One of the worst trades to get is when you break a bunch of rules and you get paid from it. Feels like that's been happening to me. Like what's been happening to you? The flip-flop or what? Breaking your rules or what? Blew my account in 2 days because of it. Well, did you trade your model or was it just random trades? Oh, that account for 3 months then blew it. Flip-flopping? Yeah. And over trading? Yeah. There comes to a point where over trading is like partially my model, but not really. Yeah, this is why like it's hard because Scan, no one's gonna hold you accountable for that, right? If I ever start like, I don't know, if I ever do like, maybe I'll include like a weekly or daily something in my premium where I make sure everyone is on their shit. Because here's the thing, no one's gonna hold you accountable. Only you can hold yourself accountable, right? No one's gonna force you. Like tomorrow you can go back to flip-flopping and no one's gonna stop you. The only way for you to stop that is to have somebody look over your trades, or for you to record all your trades or trade live. I guarantee you, Scan, if you started live streaming, you're going to be so scared to overtrade and flip-flop. I guarantee you wouldn't do it. That's weird. Why would you not do that? Well, it's because you know it's not right. You know that if you got it right, you're getting lucky. Right? Yeah. If you're wanting to do live streaming to YouTube, it's tough, man. It's tough. At the very least, record the journey for myself. Yeah, that would be a good idea. The hardest part is being 100% transparent. Like to all your viewers, to yourself, like I try to be 100% transparent because I don't care, but I stopped. Like I can still show if somebody like questions my trade or it's like, did you really make that money on a funded account? I'll screenshot it for you. I'll show you the screenshot. But like I've literally been so lazy, like it's just a giant pain in the ass. I'm like, why am I doing this? Well, because for me, I don't need to journal for myself anymore. I've reached a point where there's no point in me journaling. Like I see a bad trade and I'm like, oh yeah, that's bad. And then I think about it, I'm like, would I take this again? Yeah, I'd probably take it again. And then I move on. Or if I take it, I'm like, would I do that again? No, I wouldn't. Okay, why? Okay, yeah, that's why. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. Okay, and then I move on. Like for me, it takes me like it's not worth it to write down a journal, take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes thinking about what to write down. Journals are good when you're in the beginning, because you need to, it's like getting your reps in, right? It's like if you're playing basketball, or if you're playing like an instrument, Skanks, I think you said you played the guitar. It's like good to get the reps in, you know, like, okay, I took this model, okay, I did this. It's like your little exercises, right? The the spider exercise, right? Your chord transitions. It's good to get the reps in. Oh yeah, of course, dude. I have like maximum 10 viewers at any time. I remember I remember anybody that's interacting with me ever, like at all. If somebody came, like, I even remember the people that aren't here anymore. There was people that were in my first couple of streams, like way back then, like months and months ago, and if they pop up, I'm gonna remember them. There was a guy that was up, there was two guys that were in the army. One of them is in Japan. I don't see him that much anymore, but he was a super cool guy. His name is Ryu. His Discord name is Ryu, but he goes by Jason. There's another guy, I forgot his name, but I remember his profile picture was something funny. I think it was like a dog or something, right? They were into motorcycles, car. I remember. There's not that many people for me to remember, so I remember all of you guys. It's like the little highlights outside of trading, because trading is so boring. Yeah, for sure. That's the thing about having a small community. Like, everyone has been super cool. It's once you get big, then you start getting trolls and dickheads and you know, hecklers. But yeah, Scan, I would definitely recommend at least trying out the Rocket Scooter platform, or maybe their boot camp. I remember when I used to do giveaways, I would do like 10 viewers, 10 likes, and then I'll do like a boot camp giveaway for literally that guy's boot camp, Matt Cowards. It's a pretty good boot camp. So here's the pop-up. The scalpers had like 3 hours. What? No, wait. 8? About like 2 hours of opportunities. Now we're getting this little pop-up. Do you use option flow at all? Like expected range? I don't. It may be a good idea. Because I don't. But the Rocket Scooter, so that he has something called hedge pressure levels. I keep it simple, so I don't really know what they are, but they're based off of options data, and the exposure of hedge funds. So, which means that it's usually an area of very high volume, because hedge funds got to act quick. So I just think about it as this is support or resistance. So this is it. I actually do have permission to stream all of this, by the way, to stream his platform. I reached out to his community guy, and he was like, yeah, you have permission to do this. If you want to become an affiliate, I need your Rocket Scooter ID. I sent them my ID, but they never got back to me. But I have the Discord message that I could show this. But basically he has these things called this thing called a MHP, which is monthly hedge pressure. I like to keep it simple. I see MHP and I'm just like, okay, this gets onto the screen at 9:30 when market opens, because I think he needs to be able to read the options data to get this out, and he might not have the data until market opens. but this is literally just a support level. In my head, that's all I see it as. I'm like, okay, you buy down here, okay. DD band is also a support level and resistance level. So he has like a calculation of X% of days close within these bands. I have my own version of DD bands. So like whenever you hear me say, okay, 94% of days close within this, breaking above here is a 2% chance. I have all my own percentages. I forget what his percentage was. I think like 88% of days stay below this, and 92 stays above this, something like that. It's in his course somewhere. He has things called the bear and bull zone. I like to keep it simple. Like bear zone is like a place to buy. Bull zone, the bottom is a place to buy. Yada yada. I don't like to overcomplicate stuff. I honestly could start streaming this, or it's just that it takes up my entire screen. I don't know where to put it. So that means I have to take all my trades outside of the screen. So I could just show this for every single stream. If people are interested in the Rocket Scooter platform. I basically know how to trade all the A+ setups. I don't really look at the B+ setups really. Looks interesting, but maybe too dude, the explanation for everything, it's like when you're driving a car, Scan. Like, do you need to know how the engine is made? Do you need to know how the pistons work? Do you need to know how the doors work, right? Do you need to know how it gets electricity? Do you need to know about the alternator? You don't have to. When you're driving a car, all you need to know is brake, gas, you know, assuming you're automatic, brake, gas, park. You don't even need to know neutral, really. I haven't used neutral in a while. Park, drive, right? Is that what it is? Park, drive? Do I even know how to drive a car? Yeah. So Scan, all my models that I create for myself are stupidly simple. I hate complex models. I don't like imagine trying to explain something super complex to somebody, and it's like, yeah, my model does this. It takes into account this, this, and that, and this, and that, and then it fails, and it's like, oh, it's like, all right, dude, you went and like you explained it for an hour, and your model is failing, and you're also not, you're very likely not profitable either. So you went through all of that for what, right? For me, I keep it simple. I buy here, I buy here. If we go up here, I could short here. I could buy here, right? I could buy here. I could buy here. I could short up here. When I think about the market, I'm just thinking about, okay, where can I buy? Where can I short? I'm not here to think about. I do have some market bias, like some analysis going in the back of my head. Right, depending on how VIX or VVIX is doing, like how I explained yesterday when I said you don't want to trade today. Because look at this move up, right? You're like, yes, we popped up. We're gonna go to the moon. Oh, 100 point pullback in what, 4 minutes? So I don't know. I also have, I think a lot of traders have a bias once they're in the market long enough. Doesn't mean their bias is always right, because everybody is guessing what the market does. Are you guessing short term? Are you guessing today? Are you guessing longer term? Are you thinking about the Fed cutting rates? Are you thinking about, you know, global politics? Are you thinking about tariffs? Are you thinking about this? Are you thinking about that? So everyone's bias is like a little bit different. The easy way to go about it is just have an up bias. Oh yeah, I think the market's gonna go up. Eventually you'll get it right. So resilience is looking pretty shit right now. The MHP is still, it's pretty good. Usually when it's like really bad, you'll see this MHP go from support to resistance. It's when this yellow number goes from yellow to, or positive to negative. When that gets extra bad. So if I do want to take a trade, I'll even like label it out right now. If I want to take a trade, it'll be a dip to 629. Now his model, what he teaches is that he takes a 40-point stop loss, usually, but also usually not. You can, if you watch the streams, you'll know. But he can take like a pretty heavy stop loss. So if I were to enter here, I'll probably enter here, 2 or 3 micros, add down here, and then honestly hold it to like what, 460. That's probably what I'll do. So if we get this trade, I will take it on a Lucid account, but I'm gonna do like 1 micro here and 1 micro here, just because I want to stay above the 150 payout day. Like the reason why I'm not trading any of my accounts is because like they're all green. I'm not gonna risk a green day on any of my accounts. Well, I do have a Fun and X account I don't really care about. So I'm gonna take one of his exact models. Here. Oh, can I draw on this? Oh, I can. Here. I guess not an X. X looks. I'm gonna go long here. Oh god. Let me just do text. L. Okay, this is not it. I need to get what Matt has, where he can like, I have an iPad, so maybe I'll get like the iPad, some kind of iPad app where I can draw on my screen. Because this paint tool is like, this thing sucks. Uh-oh. The fuck? What was that? Okay, I accidentally got rid of those. There. These will be my exact entries right here. Yeah, this is just to show you like if you want, like, so the trial for the I don't know if he's still running the sale, but the trial for this exact platform is like 159 bucks a month, and then for his boot camp it's like 20 bucks. But if you want like a, I guess a quote unquote free trial, like I'll take these trades on stream just to show you how his model goes. Yeah, I mean, I'll show it on stream. I don't really mind. I was gonna do this as part of my new challenge anyway, where one of the Discord members, Trade C, yeah, Trade C told me to do a new challenge, and I'll do like multiple accounts with multiple strategies, and one of the accounts will use this strategy, all rocket scooter strategies. Yeah, of course. Honestly, like I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming. Today is kind of like, you know, like I said, you don't want to trade today. I don't want to trade today either. Today's a day where you just kick back and relax. If you're green, just stay green. Don't go into the weekend like tilted. What's up, Moonlight? Doing okay. Didn't really take a trade yet, just because, I mean, I don't think anybody wants to trade this market unless you're a scalper. Scalper's doing really well today. Up 260 out the first 20 minutes. Yeah, today's a day where if you're green, just get out. Like, you don't want to chase today. This is a day where you get in, you get out. It doesn't really matter what you pick, but you need to survive. So like I said yesterday, we're gonna have really big candles, and we had really big candles. These candles don't look big, but this is 100. This is like 200 points right here. This is a day where you wait for big moves, wait for big candles. Not this one. This one maybe, but more like this one. You just get in, you could DCA one time, or you could wait for another big candle down here, and then you get out. You could get out for 20 points, 30 points, doesn't really matter. But then you don't chase. You don't chase. If you do chase, don't get greedy, right? You wait for those big candles, big candle. You could DCA one more time if you want to, but you don't have to. Get out for 20 points, right? Big candle, wicks, big candle. You can just get in here, right? Don't chase this short. Big candle, get in, get out. 20 points, 20 points. Get in, get out. Right? Big candle, get in here, DCA, you get out. You get out. Big candle, get out. Big candle, get out. Multiple big candles. Kind of want to wait for a bigger one like these ones. Something like this. DCA, you get out. Even if you took this long here, if your entry is good enough, and your entry is like 1 or 2 micros, and then you DCA on these, on the bottom of these red candles, right? As long as you survive this move, you're basically at break even. So you could get out here, you could wait for a little bit of a pop, get out for 10, 20 points. Yeah, this is why last night I was like, be careful. If you keep trading today, you're gonna wish you didn't trade. And I think Monday is a holiday. Let me check. Monday is a holiday. Has anybody said anything about Monday yet? No. Oh, market closes at noon? President's Day short week next week? Okay. So market is still open, but it closes at noon. Prop firm is probably the same. President's Day, I probably will be looking for scalps as well. I've been doing really well on my scalps. And excuse me. I said earlier on stream, like this is scalper heaven right now. You don't want to hold long, you just want to scalp. And when I say scalp, usually I mean 10 to 20 points, but I mean 40, 50 is even doable. And like here, this pullback, one candle is usually not enough for me to get in. Like this was the candle to get in, not these wimpy candles. Even if you did get in here and you like 1 or 2 micros, you DCA in here, you DCA in here, you're actually in profit right now. You're already in profit over probably 10, 20 points. So scalper's heaven. My longest trade today was 15 seconds. Yeah. Get in, get out. If you do get in and you're in a bad position, most likely if you like any time during this day, if you DCA'd when you're long, you DCA'd on red candles. If you're short, you DCA'd on green candles. You would have taken a profit every single time. Even on this rip up, back down, on this is the worst trade outlined today. And you're in profit right here. Today is a don't hold, don't be greedy. I feel like a lot of people gambled on the CPI. I think on Twitter a lot of people gambled here. It's 8:30, and I said it was gonna be a big candle last night. I said with VIX this high and VVIX this high, the CPI news is gonna be a big candle. And that's what we had. I don't trade news anymore, but I mean, you could straddle this and make 100 points. Is it risky? Yeah, because it could have had a big wick, but this was basically what I was thinking. Either a big green candle or a big red candle. That's what we had. Oh, oops. Let me do that. Trading news isn't my thing, but you still get FOMO. I used to be a DJ in trade news. I would straddle it, and I've had my biggest days from it. I've had like 10K plus days on a single account. But I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. It's too much of a giant pain in the ass to like get the account back if you do blow it. And I don't really need to trade news to make money. So I don't get FOMO anymore. FOMO is a pretty dangerous thing when it comes to trading. It makes you, it clouds your judgment. And the worst thing about FOMO is when you do get in, so you get in on the trend, you chase it because you got FOMO. The worst thing that can happen is the trade goes your way, because then you're gonna build up a bad habit and you're gonna FOMO in, and you can just ask any profitable trader, do they FOMO into trades? FOMOing in is like, it's usually like a recipe for disaster. There's a reason why not a lot of people do it, and there's a reason why a lot of it's like one of those traps in the beginning. Well, I wouldn't say it's a trap. It's like the first, it's one of the first roadblocks on the way to becoming a profitable trader or a professional trader. So like, this is the start, this is the end. There are these roadblocks that you have. It's like that game. It's like that game that you play when you have no internet and you're that dinosaur and you have to jump over these roadblocks. Except for this time, there's actually an end to it. Now, this is way oversimplified, right? It's not just, oh, my progress is like this, right? My progress is linear. No, trader's progress is like this. It's actually like this. It's like this. The start, you're gonna have some big dumps. Then you're gonna start. This is like I feel like this is like 2 to 3 years plus. You really start making those little steps. Your first 2 years, you're gonna do so much wrong. Last time I FOMO'd in, went up 10K, blew 3 evals the very next day. And what's even worse is that when you start FOMOing and making those really big amount of money, you're gonna start thinking, I need to make that much every day. Oh, I made 10K yesterday, let me make 10K today. Well, I only have 2K of drawdown. Basically every day you want to 5x your account, 2x your account, 3x your account. That's not necessarily the way to do it. So like when you first start trading, there's going to be these roadblocks. So one of them, everyone's going to know, it's FOMO. Basically go on Reddit and just go on to like day trading or whatever, and you're going to see all these roadblocks from people. FOMO, psychology, Everyone loves talking about psychology for some reason. They don't tell you what to do. They're just like, don't tilt, don't do this, and they don't tell you anything about it. Any actionable stuff, like all the tips, and it's like, I don't know. It's just like someone that doesn't work out. They're telling you, dude, just go work out. Like, all right, thanks, man. FOMO psychology, strategy / model. There's other stuff in here. What else is there? FOMO psychology, strats, models. That's kind of it. There'll be a day where you learn about max loss. Yeah, max loss risk management. Yeah. This is all you have to, this is a majority of the stuff you have to conquer to become a, you know, I don't know if you're even profitable after this. You'll just be a good trader after this. People are always like, oh, what's the roadmap to becoming a good trader? How do I become a good trader? What's crazy is everybody knows how to be a good trader, and my thought experiment or my exercise for people that ask that is, I just ask them, in your head, what's a good trader? Tell me what are the traits of a good trader. They list all of it, and I'm like, okay, now compare that to yourself, and what don't you have? Okay, if you FOMO in, okay, work on this. If you're psychology and you tilt a lot, okay, work on that. If you don't have a strategy, you don't have any models, okay, work on that. If you blow up all your accounts in one day, okay, work on that. Right? These two are kind of similar, but if your risk management is really bad, you also need to work on it. Now, actually beating these and jumping over them is a lot harder than it looks. And what this doesn't show is that there's actually times you can go back. So these aren't like one-time obstacles. Why aren't they one-time obstacles? Because you can ask any trader. You can ask 99% of profitable traders. Right? Ask them, have you broken a rule? Have you broken a rule before? Wait, I thought you were profitable. You've been profitable for what? How many years? When was the last time you broke a rule? And almost all of them will have broken a rule. Probably within the last week or month. So it's not like once you're done, but the better traders, they really know how to recover from these. And I actually have a really good strategy for recovering from psychology. It sounds simple, but the way that I recover from psychology, like a bad tilt day, is taking a payout. So the way that I trade, I'm not a great trader, but my psychology is good because I could take payouts. So I save up a lot of my payouts. I save up payouts. I usually have 1 or 2 payouts always available. Always within like the next couple of days. I save my payouts on my worst days. I can take a payout, and my psychology is immediately better the next morning. That's the best way to beat psychology. And I literally have an example. I actually have multiple examples on my worst days. This was a bad day, but I had no payouts this day. this day. Some people will have a day like this. Yeah, you notice that? It's a great concept. Yeah. I say it's to cope, and it's literally to cope, right? Imagine losing this much of virtual money and then you take this much into your bank account, right? All my worst days, you're gonna see that. All my worst days. This is a horrible day. Okay, but I took out this much amount of real money, right? And immediately what happens is the next day, my psychology is immediately reset. So a lot of people also think about payouts as, all right, I need to take this right away. Not a lot of people think about it as, I need to use it as a way to reset. So you need to protect. That's why I have, when I tell people, I separate all my entries, right? I tell them they're like penguins, right? My drawings are gonna get worse and worse. They're like penguins going into the water where they don't know if there's a shark. They don't know if there's a shark. So what, these penguins are your accounts. What penguin do you want to go in first? Do you want to have your payout penguin go out first? No, absolutely not. The first penguin is the penguin you don't care about, right? Because you don't know if there's a shark in the water. So who goes out there to see if there's a shark in the water? Your account that you don't care about, right? Do you have an account that's like $0 in balance, funded? Okay, get in there. Do you have an account that's like negative $500 in balance? All right, get in there. And then he gets eaten up. Second guy. Now the second guy, do you want to risk one that's already out payout? Excuse me, payout, or do you want to risk one that's like just barely positive, like plus 300 bucks? Or do you want to risk the guy that's 1 day from payout? No, second penguin, get in there. Another account you don't care about. Now this is just like a funny way to look at it, but this is another way to stack your entries. So you'll see me talk about, when I was talking about these scalpings, right? You'll see me talk about entries on one account. Long here, long here, long here, long here. You could do this on multiple accounts. So for example, this can be penguin number 1, penguin number 2, penguin number 3, penguin number 4. Right? Or you can do this is 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 2. So you set it up like this. And 2 is closer to payout. So when this pops, aren't you happy that your account that was number 2, right? Your number 2 penguin had like plus, what, 500 before in its balance? And now it has like what? Now it has like plus 1K. Don't you want this penguin to get more of the food? Or to survive better? It's like, the answer is yes. And this was a good example because even the first penguin that's supposed to die, now they aren't supposed to die because you're taking a strategy where you're not entering and you're just like YOLO, right? You're taking a strategy that you think will win, but you throw multiple penguins at it. So now in this strategy, all your penguins survive. And that's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario, and I streamed it yesterday, now it's a good thing it was on an account I didn't care about. That's why I was willing to hold and blow up the entire account, which is what I did yesterday. The worst case scenario is when there's infinite sharks. Doesn't matter how well you stage in here. And I only had 3 accounts. If I had more than 3 accounts, I would have taken the profit at every pop, but I couldn't. Doesn't matter when you stage in here, right? There's like a million sharks in the water. Now, how often is there a million sharks in the water? Well, the amount of times that a day has happened where it just dumps like this day, I think I calculated it happens 2 through 4% of the time. A day like this. So that's where risk management comes in. Are you gonna blow up all your accounts here? I only blew up 3 accounts here. Do you want to blow up your accounts at 2 to 4% day? I mean, if it's 2 to 4%, then it happens, right? If you win on average majority of the days, then those 2 to 4% days don't really matter. Do I copy trade at all? I used to, but I only copy traded when I had like an excess amount of accounts. So right now I have 1, 2, 7, 8. I have 8 accounts. So it's not worth it for me to copy trade, especially if I take trades like this. Like, I've been scalping a lot for the past couple days, and it's been working very well. If I take trades like this, right, DCA in on like these bottom, like the bottom of these red candles, if it does drop, I don't want to have all my accounts take a hit. So I don't copy trade anymore. At max, I'll enter a position with 2 accounts. So like this will be like 2 accounts. And then if it drops more, I can enter in with like here, 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 here with 2 more accounts. Right? And then this account can decide to exit whenever. And if it dips even more, I can enter here, 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 here on 2 more accounts. I have 2 more accounts. I have 8 accounts. I have 2 more to play with. It dips even more. I enter here, 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 here. The odds of not one single pop-up where some of these accounts can end up green are very small. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but you can see how the more accounts you have, the easier it is to trade. Trading prop firms is not about being a great trader. It's about how you play your accounts. So I used to copy trade because I used to have 20. So I would copy trade per firm. So I would do like here, 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 here. I would copy trade on like 3 accounts, 3 to 4. And then the next one I would do like the next level down, I would do like copy trade 5 because this is 1 firm. Next level I'll do like 5. Next level I'll do like 6. So I used to have like, oh man, I used to have a ton of accounts. So I'm working on rebuilding back up my accounts. Copy trading is not how you beat prop firms. In my opinion, as someone that's taken out a shit ton of payouts, I don't think copy trading is how you beat prop firms. Doesn't mean that there are traders there that aren't great at copy trading, right? The style that I trade is not meant to be copy traded, really. Or minimize risk exposure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because if you think about it, like if you did copy trade here, 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 right? Like my worst case scenario is a nosedive. Well, if we nosedived anyway, then if I copy traded everything here, all the accounts would have taken damage somewhere down here, right? And the odds of that is a lot higher than if you just layer them. Then if it does, these accounts that you don't care about take the biggest hit. These accounts, assuming there's no pop-up, will take a slightly less of a hit. These accounts, lower hit. These accounts are the ones closest to payout, takes an even lower hit. This is assuming there's no pop-up at all. So this is how I do it. Now, the good thing about copy trading, and copy trading is kind of like DCA in a way where it's a double-edged sword, is where you do get a trade right on all your accounts, then you make a massive amount of money. But prop firms is about making money and taking payouts is very similar but not the same. Now the way that I trade is very good at taking payouts. Could I take even bigger payouts if I copy traded? Maybe. Would I take even worse losses if I copy traded? Absolutely. So that draw off is just not worth it. An example is, if you go to all of my worst days, you'll notice something. I lost 16K of fake money. Okay, well, this account's closer to payout. Payout, 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 payout. Right? And these accounts lost. Imagine if I took this loss on all these accounts. Right? Worst day. This is not my worst day, but this is a bad day. And I'm still closer to a payout. This is a bad day, but I'm still closer to taking a payout. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I lose a bunch of fake money, but I'm about to make real money into my bank account. And those are like the worst days, right? If I have a good day, it's like this. Everything is closer to a payout. Right? My worst day ever. Yeah. You can see a bunch of these accounts are closer to a payout. You'll notice that for all of my P&L posts. Now, will there be a day where all of them are red? Yeah, maybe. Would it be extremely rare? Yes, it will be. So you can see how even if you're not a great trader, you can take a huge amount of money out. And that's how I trade. I'm not the best trader, but I'm pretty fucking good at taking payouts. And I think these accounts are almost at a payout again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 payout. 5 payout at first payout 192. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second payout. 1, 2, 3. So this needs 2 more days for a payout for about like 2K, 2.5K. This account needs, I think, 3 more days. Because this is the account with the 1 loss. Yeah. When you take a payout, do you take as much as you can each time, or do you leave an added buffer in account? I take as much as I can, but I don't like taking a payout unless I'm at like 3.5K or more. And the reason why is because I don't like to have less buffer to work with. I want to have at least 2K of buffer to work with. So I'm 100% fine taking this payout. If I had 2,800, I would not consider taking a payout here. Like if this account, I don't know if you can see the balance. Can you see the balance? Oh shit, you can't see the balance. This account has, I'll tell you the balance. It's 2.8K right now. You can see it down here. 2.8K. I would not take this payout for 1,400. So I'm losing $600 worth of buffer. It's not worth it. This account, I'll take it. So 2 more days and I'll complete the 100K challenge. And then I'm probably gonna chill out on all the, like, yes, I'll still post payout posts, but like, I don't know. I've given up on my P&L posts. It's just like a giant pain in the ass, so I just stopped doing it. But I think I have enough proof in my Discord for whoever wants to look at it that, you know, I can make a shit ton of money doing this. I might do like one final verification, because a lot of people ask me for, or some people like this idea where I go about my budget. I go about my budget. So what's my total expense and what's my payouts? Like, I haven't even updated this. My payouts, my total expense is probably up by like 2K. I don't even remember when was the last time I updated this. But my payout is at like 96K now. I didn't even update this. I'll do one final update for 100K and then I'm done. I'll just leave this here for whoever wants to check it out. Maybe I'll include some like screenshots of my credit card usage, but I don't think, like, I'm like one of the most transparent content creators. because I don't really care. Most of the people will hide a lot of stuff, and I don't. The only reason why I hide some stuff is because, so for example, my Fun and Next accounts, I don't ever have it on screen because it literally shows my first name and last name. So like, yeah, I'm not gonna dox myself. Like, I'll show Top Step because it doesn't have any sensitive data, I don't think. Yeah, this doesn't have any sensitive data. It's just trade records. Yeah, so you're DCAing. I'm not in any trades right now, but I do DCA. Nintendo. This was a day where I basically called out last night that you don't want to trade this. What's your stance on a recent hate train that Tops has been getting lately? So here's the thing, like, I'm a fan of Top Step and not a fan at the same time. Like, I'll still support them, and right now their accounts are one of the cheapest, right? They have great rules, but every little thing they've been doing recently has just been like, if you just look at it, if you were a CEO or somebody, just look at what you're doing and you'll say, okay, are my traders gonna like this? If you just put any thought to it, the answer is no. The live program got like 100 times shittier, right? So now no one wants to go live. The payout method thing where you have to have a positive balance, I understand, but no trader's gonna like that. But I understand. I don't necessarily hit on them, and I will still keep trading and buying accounts with them. So do I think they're getting too much hate? I think so. I think it's like the cool thing now to hate on Top Step, to get views on Twitter and stuff like that. Do I think it's overly hated? I think so. I think there's other firms that, like, you could hate on just the same. Is that safe? So DCA is a double-edged sword, and I'll tell you an example. So I said last night on my Discord that I guarantee you most people are not going to want to trade. You're gonna trade tomorrow on Friday, and you're gonna be like, I wish I didn't trade. Because if you chase anything, you're gonna get fucked over, especially if you size up. So I'll give you an example, right? The way that I DCA, and the way that a lot of people DCA is, let's say you DCA down, they'll start, so they'll buy here, right, with 5 micros, and this is like 60 points. Well, let's go closer over here. Let's say you buy right here, right? Because you're like, holy shit, we went all the way down here, we bounced all the way up here, we're gonna go to the moon. You buy here with 5 micros, and you don't take your profit, and then it crashes down, and you DCA down with another 5. You'll take so much heat before you can take your move. The way that I DCA is I start small. I start with 2 micros, or 2 to 3, and then 1, and then 1, and then take profit whenever. People don't know how to DCA, but is DCA a double-edged sword? It absolutely is. I usually only DCA when I'm lowering my cost average. So I only DCA when I'm losing. Now I'll tell you exactly why it's a double-edged sword. My last stream, I DCA'd all of this. Now I only had 3 accounts. If I had more accounts, some of them could have taken profit, but I DCA'd all of this. Buy. And I had 3 accounts blown up live on stream. So that's why it's a double-edged sword on a day like this. But guess how often a day like this happens? This day, was a 2 to 4% day in the past 4 years. It's 2 to 4%. So do you want to blow up on a day that's 2 to 4% if you DCA correctly, or do you, right? Or as a day like this, even though you're moving hundreds of points, 1 to 200 points, if you DCA correctly, you can take these bounces, any one of these bounces, and you'll make money from it. How are you doing that? Well, what do you mean how? I'm just DCA, I'm just buying every single dip. Now it's a bit more nuanced than that, but that's basically what I'm doing. Here, I'll show you a screenshot of one of my DCA'd, like on Discord, you can see my DCA. Last night I scalped and I hit 10 of 10 trades, right? And I posted them on Discord. And you see my entries. You can see how I'm DCAing. DCA, right? First entry, DCA, right? This one only needs 1 entry. This one only needs 1 entry. Okay, good. When you're right, you're right. Okay. Here, DCA. Buy, buy, buy. DCA. Sell, sell. DCA. Right? Here's another one. Buy, buy, buy. DCA. These are all examples of my DCAs. This is another one. So if that's what you mean, how do I DCA? It's like that. Yeah. I do have nuances to my DCAs, but that's how I do it. All right, I don't think this market is worth trading anymore. There were a bunch of pretty good opportunities to scalp, both extremes, but I'm really not going to bother risking any accounts today. So I'll probably finish my 100k challenge next week. We'll see. May stream Sunday, may not. It isn't overnight, so I probably won't stream. I may take some scalps though. It is a holiday on Monday too. All right, I'm gonna call it here. Peace.